Welcome to Gallagher's Grub. As you can see, we have opened up our cottage for the season, and I've kind of been waiting all winter long for this. My first barbecue of the season. It's kind of become a tradition around here to make some ribs to get the season going, to get my feet wet in barbecue once again. So today, I'm firing up the Kamado Joe and making some barbecued baby back ribs. They're gonna be great, so stick around. Of course, the first thing you want to do when you're making ribs, baby back or spare ribs, is take this membrane off the back of the ribs. So you want to worm a sharp implement, little knife, under the membrane, and then grab it with a paper towel. And sometimes it comes off in one nice piece, just like this. And next we're going to add a little yellow mustard as a binder. And this is going to help the rub stick to the meat. Now, you don't always have to do this step with the mustard, but sometimes I like to. And you can see here I put on a little too much, so I'm going to take some of this mustard off. And here I'm using just a basic barbecue rub that I had left over from last season. This rub is your typical barbecue rub. It's got a brown sugar base, some spices, and some salt, but use whatever rub you prefer. And I'm going to go ahead and flip these over and get rub on the bottom and on the sides as well. And just like that, we are ready for the grill. To fire up the Kamado Joe, I start with a bed of hard lump charcoal, and in the middle of that, I add a mini chimney full of lit charcoals. And I use a mini chimney because I don't want it to be so hot that I'll risk cracking the ceramic. The ceramic takes a little while to come up in temperature, so you don't want to rush that. And then I pile some charcoal on top of the lit coals, and this grill should start up in just a few minutes. And just a few minutes later, I'm going to add a few chunks of hickory wood. I like hickory with pork, but you could also use apple or whatever kind of wood you like, but I do prefer hickory with my ribs. And a few minutes later, we're going to start building the Kamado Joe, and it starts with this rack here. That goes in, and then we place our heat deflectors. And definitely make sure you have a nice pair of grill gloves to do this. That fire is super hot now. And then we place in the cooking grates. I apologize for the wind noise, by the way. It's very windy here at the lake. And then we're going to close the lid and let the Kamado Joe come up to a stable temperature for barbecue. Alright, you can see here, I'm right around 275 degrees. I usually like to do ribs in between 250 and 275, so I think we're going to be fine at that temp. You can see where I'm at with the top vent, just over the first notch, and down here the bottom vent, about a finger width open, maybe a pinky. So we're going to go ahead and get these ribs on the grill. And here you can see all the smoke. That's the hickory chunks doing their thing. And that's what you're looking for when you're smoking ribs. And we'll place these on the grill, close it up, and we're on our way. Smoking! At the lake, about an hour in now. I'm just gonna hit this with a little bit of apple juice mixed with apple cider vinegar. I'm just gonna mop this on. Give these ribs a little bit of moisture. I would usually use a spritzer, but being that we just opened up the cottage for the season, I actually can't find my spritzer. That's the way it is. These will be fine, just mopped just like this. Alright, then we're going to close the lid, keep on grilling. Okay, so I just sauced the ribs, and I forgot to turn the camera on. But essentially what I did is I took a store-bought barbecue sauce and added some apple cider vinegar and some apple juice and some of the rub that I used on the actual ribs themselves, because the store-bought barbecue sauces are usually really thick, and I like it to be a lot thinner. So I just sauce these ribs up, and I'm going to give this about 20 minutes for this sauce to set, and then we'll be good to go. Take these ribs off the grill. I'll show you the bend test. You can see that they're starting to crack. They can't support their full weight. So I'm going to take these off the grill. Just look how beautiful those are. Oh yeah, baby. I can't wait to get these in my belly. And here is the final product. Baby back ribs smoked on a Kamado Joe for about 4 hours. Can you smell that? That smells good. All right, we've got some baby back ribs here. First barbecue of the season. It always feels good to get that first one under your belt. And what is better than some baby back ribs on the Kamado Joe? Not much. We're going to give these a cut right in the middle. Get one of these middle ones here. See how this tastes. I mean, it's kind of falling off the bone. We'll give it a shot. Oh baby, these are like really good. Wow, fantastic. It's got a nice crust on the outside, and then super tender. Super tender. It's just falling off the bone. You can see how it just kind of peels right off the bone. Wow. Tastes so good. Yeah, nice clean bone. Man. So, feels good to get back into the swing of things. First barbecue of the year. Opened up the cottage. Can't wait for an exciting season up here at the lake and barbecuing and grilling my face off. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out, and of course, keep on grilling.